what's up and welcome back to another video. If you are new here, my name is Barbie and thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please remember to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below for all of my future videos. So today we are going to be talking about shopping with Crystal Wholesale suppliers online. Now, I've been shopping with Crystal Wholesale suppliers online for the past year and I have learned so much from shopping with them, and I want to teach you guys what I've learned over shopping with Crystal suppliers for the last year. There are some very big do's and don'ts of shopping with wholesale Crystal suppliers online, and I want to walk you through everything that I've learned because there are some that you really should be avoiding and there's some things that you really should be doing. So if you are new to the Crystal world or the Crystal business side of things, these are some great tips to implement while shopping for your crystals online. So grab a notebook, grab a snack, grab a coffee, and let's get on into the video. Now, I know a lot of you are very interested in starting your own crystal businesses. You're in the process of starting your own crystal businesses, or you're in the supplier sourcing part of starting your own crystal businesses. So I really wanted to make this video as a resource for you guys. So while you're finding and shopping with suppliers, you can make sure that you do some of these things and you avoid doing some of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So this video is going to give you a lot of what you need to know so you can start shopping with Crystal Wholesale suppliers like a pro. This is especially important with how the world is changing, especially with COVID-19. People aren't able to necessarily go and see suppliers, go to supplier shows, but you can still find wholesale suppliers who do live shows online. So I think this is a great time to share this list of do's and don'ts with you guys. I have a list of 20 do's and don'ts for shopping with Crystal suppliers online. So let's get started. Number 1, do build a relationship with these suppliers. This is critical. You want to build a really strong business relationship with these suppliers, making sure when you join their live shows you are saying hi, you're asking how they're doing, you get to know them, get to know their names, get to know how long they've been in the crystal industry, get to know them on a personal level. This will only help you out. These relationships are critical to your business's success. Good relationships also have great benefits. Sometimes you'll get free gifts or discounts. You could get priority on new products or new inventory. Over time, the sellers will learn what you like and go out of their way to get it for you. I would say out of the entire list, this is going to be the most critical. You really want to build a strong, good, healthy relationship with every supplier that you work with. Number 2, don't be rude, don't block them, don't ghost them, don't do all the things you're not supposed to do to another human being. I see this happen so many times and it is so sad that people will get in these live shows, spend thousands of dollars, and then just disappear, block the seller, won't respond to them. It's really sad and I see it happen so much more than you know. So really try your hardest never to do this. It is so detrimental to their business. They will know if you ghost one supplier, another supplier may find out and refuse to work with you. So that's why those relationships are so important. Number 3, do pay your invoices. This helps build trust between the supplier and the seller by paying your invoices every time you receive them in a timely manner. Most suppliers allow up to 2 weeks to pay an invoice and sometimes even longer if you worked out an agreement ahead of time. Another huge benefit to paying your invoices is that after you become a paying customer and a loyal customer, you can ask for a payment plan. So if you do end up spending thousands of dollars and need a little bit of time to pay it down, if you are a loyal customer and have paid your invoices in the past, they are much more likely to allow you to do a payment plan. I would say definitely wait to ask for this until you've been a paying customer for 2 or 3 months and you've paid your invoices a few times before, so they know that they can trust you before willingly giving you a payment plan. Number 4, this coincides with point number 3, don't rack up thousands of dollars with suppliers and never pay your invoices. I see this happen all the time, and it hurts the supplier much more than you would ever know. It ends up being a waste of their time and resources, and over time it'll end up driving up crystal prices for everybody. A lot of suppliers are extremely trustworthy when you first join their live show and just trust that you will pay your invoices, so they don't put a limit on how much you can spend. So make sure you set a budget for yourself so you don't end up getting in a situation where you can never pay your invoice. Number 5, do ask questions. Ask where the crystals are sourced or mined. Ask if they're real or synthetic or man-made. Especially when you're working with foreign suppliers, you can absolutely correct them if they say a name incorrectly or they state something wrong. They are totally open to that and appreciate the help. Remember, English is their second language, and it helps them learn, because not only do they have to learn the crystal name in their language, they also have to learn the crystal name in English. And we all know crystal names are extremely hard to remember, and there are thousands of them, and some go by 2 or 3 different names. Number 6, do not correct how they talk or how they say something. Sometimes this is a cultural thing and it comes across extremely rude. One of the biggest examples I've seen, especially with Chinese sellers, is people are telling them that they are yelling and talking loud, but this is a cultural thing. In the Chinese culture, they often talk very loudly to each other. This is completely normal. Sometimes it sounds like they're fighting. This is, again, completely normal and part of their culture. So when they are selling things, sometimes it may come across like they are yelling or speaking loudly, but this is just how they talk as a part of their culture. So please do not correct how people are talking, how loud they're being, how fast they're going, how slow they're going. If you have a question, DM them. Don't criticize them. That is really, really insensitive to their culture. You will get used to it. Everybody else is used to it. So just be really respectful when you're in those shows, especially towards people's different cultures. Number 7, do be respectful when submitting a offer. Sellers go by what they see on their screen first, not yours. And on your screen, you will always appear first, even if you're not on their end. Now, they do this to be fair. Sometimes you can be experiencing lag, so even though you show up first on your end, they have to go by what's on their screen. Just be respectful if you don't get it, because it is okay. It is just crystals. Number 8, don't get mad at the sellers when you don't come in first. This is not their fault. It is technology. It happens. Unfortunately, it happens to all of us. Some of us win crystals, some of us lose crystals. It just happens. It's just part of shopping online for crystals. And by you getting mad, it causes the seller unnecessary stress. They can't stop their show to respond to you being upset. They have to keep going. Sometimes there are 20 or 30 people in the show, and they can't just put the show on hold just because you're upset, and they need to keep their live show going. That's what they're there for. That's what they're getting paid for. So do your best not to get mad at the seller. It's not their fault. Number 9, do build connections with other people in the show. This is so important. You want to establish relationships with other buyers in the show. Now, why would you do this, right? They're technically your competition when you're out selling. No, absolutely not. You need to think of it like a crystal family. I have made so many amazing friends with other customers in a live show, and it has really, really helped out my business. A lot of the times they'll clue me into new sellers or new inventory. Now, this happens over time, but a lot of the times you'll see the same people in the live shows. Start saying hi to them, start asking how they're doing, start building a relationship, add each other on Facebook or on Instagram. They will help give you insight on other sellers, other suppliers, ways to do things, tips and advice. Number 10, this is an important one. Do not hog the show. I've seen people do this so many times. They take advantage of the fact that they have a giant budget and super fast Wi-Fi, and they buy everything up. And I understand that you have to do what's right for your business, but there are other people there. There are other paying customers. A lot of the time, some people just want 1 or 2 crystals or a half kilo. Try not to do that. I know sometimes you need to do that, and I know sometimes it's necessary. Number 11, do diversify your supplier matrix. Now, what do I mean by this? By having a variety of suppliers who offer completely different crystals. This could mean diverse suppliers by country. This could be diverse suppliers by type of stone. Just make sure you have a diverse supplier matrix, because if you're just buying from the same suppliers who live in the same town, you're just gonna get the same items for different prices. Number 12, do not have too many suppliers. I would say try to keep it around 5 or less suppliers at a time, because it can get really difficult to manage all the invoices. It can be hard to manage when to shop with them, because there are only so many hours in a day, and if they're all going live at the same time, it's hard to go to each show. So I would say do not have 20 suppliers that you are actively working with. It gets really confusing. Sometimes you won't meet the minimums. Sometimes you'll overspend or underspend. Number 13. Now, this is another don't, but a very important don't, and I wanted to include it because I think a lot of people end up making this mistake, and it is a really bad mistake to make. Number 13, do not pay with PayPal friends and family. No matter how good of a relationship you have with that supplier, do not pay PayPal friends and family. PayPal friends and family is meant for your friends and family, and if something goes wrong, PayPal does not insure the purchase. And even if you trust that supplier, if something is broken, something goes missing, and it's thousands of dollars worth of crystals, PayPal will not insure you. Always do the regular PayPal way. I've seen this so many times in groups saying that people got scammed for doing PayPal friends and family, or people couldn't get refunded because of PayPal friends and family. If they send you PayPal friends and family, just reject it and say, hi, I'd like to pay without paying PayPal friends and family. And if they don't understand, they're probably trying to scam you. They know what PayPal friends and family is. So just don't accept PayPal friends and family ever. Number 14, do share their live shows. This really helps them out. It's an easy way to say thank you and to get them new customers. So it's a really quick one-click button that you can share to other groups you're in or to other friends that are looking for suppliers. Number 15, don't ask them to lower their prices. They usually have a set price, and this price includes paying the miner, paying the carver, and paying themselves. So by you asking them to lower their prices, you're basically asking them to cut somebody's pay. If they are telling you that they can't sell piece by piece, do not keep asking them to purchase an individual piece, because some of these pieces are so small. If they sell piece by piece, they will not make any money. So sometimes they only can sell them half kilo minimum or a kilo minimum. So don't keep asking. It's really rude, and they don't know what to say. They just keep saying we can't, we can't. They work hard. They have suppliers that work hard. They have employees they have to pay. So don't ask for discounts. Number 16, do be respectful of their time. A lot of the times, especially when you're shopping with international sellers, they're in a completely different time zone. So while you're in bed at night shopping for crystals, they are just starting their day. So they may need to stop for lunch. They may need to take a break, or they won't get paid. So just make sure you're being respectful of their time. If they say they have to go, don't keep asking them to show you stuff. Just know a lot of the times when you're awake, they are sleeping. So it can take quite a bit of time on a response. So don't just hassle them. Number 17, don't take things too personally. A lot of the times things don't translate over text or in a live show. This can be true of talking to another person in a live show or talking directly to the seller. If something really bothers you with the seller, message them afterward. Don't start drama in the chat. Don't get mad at somebody else in the live show. Don't assume that the seller is ignoring you. Sometimes your comments get blocked and they can't even see you. So just take everything with a grain of salt. It's just a live show. Nothing to get upset about. It's supposed to be fun. Always give them and the other people in the live show the benefit of the doubt. Number 18, do write them reviews. If they have a place for you to write reviews, do it. If you've received amazing product or high quality or fast shipping or great customer service, write them a really nice review. Just like as a seller, when people write you reviews, it really helps you out. So if you are a customer of theirs and you like what you got, write a review review for them. So it's another really easy, free, quick thing to do to help and give back to your suppliers for giving you amazing crystals. Number 19, and I see this all of the time. Do not bring up your issues that you've had with your order in a live show. It makes the live show so awkward for everybody else, and things happen, mistakes happen. It really distracts the seller, and they cannot do customer service while they're doing a live show. So let's say you had a missing piece or a broken crystal, or the shipment is delayed. Just private message them after the show. And number 20, do shop around and find the suppliers who have the best price. For example, one of your suppliers may be selling rose quartz for $20 a kilo, and another supplier could be selling rose quartz for $30 a kilo. Now, if the rose quartz for $30 a kilo has a star flash in it, it's 100% worth it. Or if it's a super dark color, it's 100% worth it. Or it has rainbows, it's worth the higher price. But if they are the same quality with just, you know, an average rose quartz, buy from the person who's offering at a better price. And a lot of suppliers, especially with common crystals, will all have the same crystal. Everyone's gonna have clear quartz, everyone's gonna have agate, everyone's gonna have rose quartz, everyone's gonna have some kind of citrine, everyone's gonna have amethyst. Those super common crystals everybody is gonna have. So make sure you're writing down how much per kilo they are charging to make sure you are getting the best price. But yes, shop around. Don't just buy from the first seller you see. Especially for common crystals, you want to be getting the best deal. Especially if you are buying bulk, those kilo prices really add up, especially if you're buying a lot. So that is everything, you guys. That is my 20 do's and don'ts for shopping with crystal wholesale suppliers online. I hope you guys found this helpful. I know I wish I would have known some of these things before I jumped into shopping with suppliers online. So as always, if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment box down below. Or if you have specific questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. I'm always there to answer questions for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below for all of my future videos, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!